The storm has arrived. Or Raid Boss, Gale Storm has arrived, I should say. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Raid Boss Friday. This is going to be, well, I think it'll be an okay one. I don't know if this Raid Boss will do that great, simply because Samus Amiibo is towards the very bottom in terms of how good they are. So even with Spirits, which here they are, by the way, my Samus turned out enthusiastic, 2325 attack, 1875 defense. Gave Samus some air attacks, which forward air, back air, up air is okay. Up special in the air is not bad either. During very certain situations. Of course, fire and explosion attacks, like I said, with forward air, which is very good. Which she can carry an opponent with forward air off stage for a KO. So hopefully we get to see that a little bit. And of course, down special and a side special with those missiles. So hopefully, that helps out. And then move speed, because Samus could use a little bit of extra speed, and plus it left and right movement helps her kind of recover just a bit better. But overall, I don't know if this will be one of the better raid bosses for this season. Again, simply because Samus's amiibo is not that great, but there's only one way to find out. I'm probably expecting 4 losses today. That's what I'm going to say. But there's only one way to figure out what's going to happen, and that's to get to the arena. Let's go. This is the best. This right here, this matchup is the best possible first match I could have personally hoped for. We get the raid boss itself versus the human counterpart that, well, the raid boss is based off of. This is going to be good. Let's see who's better, the raid boss or the human. So, a couple things I want to talk about with the Samus, and I'll probably mention it throughout the video, but the Samus Amiibo AI. Let's just say it can be a bit quirky at times, and, but with, certain moves, right? If you teach it, for down air, for example, and I've had to restart this Samus actually several times, because it gets a little too carried away when it uses a move, but down air, I like my spikes. We like spikes here on the channel. So Samus using down air off stage to get a spike KO, great. But if you use it a little too much, Samus Amiibo itself will start to use it way too much, and it gets overly used, and then it just kind of makes the Amiibo not great at all. So, when you train a Samus, you really kind of gotta be very careful with how you train it, and that's the thing. I feel like I've trained this Samus Amiibo to a spot where, she's gonna at least make every game competitive. At least that's what I was getting after she was done trained. So hopefully everything is pretty competitive, and heck, that's all we can really hope for in the end, right? Okay, that was a pretty solid first game. Good first win. Hey, let's go. Sephiroth is back in action. Now that I'm thinking about this, there's something I said last week in the Raid Boss Arena, or during the video. I said that Sephiroth is like a low-key Raid Boss killer. So I'm wondering how many people are going to pick Sephiroth because of what I said last week. Anyway, so here's the deal. Sephiroth, good. What do you need? Why is Sephiroth a good Raid Boss killer? Sephiroth just needs to get the Raid Boss off stage, charge up neutral special, hit him with that Giga Flare, and 9 times out of 10, an Amiibo will fall into Giga Flare, which is practically game over. It's almost guaranteed stock loss. As long as that's not the first move they hit him, Sephiroth hits the Amiibo with. But still, Sephiroth is pretty dang good against Amiibos, in my opinion. Except maybe in this case. That one didn't go according to plan. Ooh, okay. Ooh, back-to-back Sephiroth games? Okay. We'll see how that goes. Oh boy. Well, that was a quick stock, wasn't it? Oof. Oof. Anyway, look, I know Nonsense does play Sephiroth, so I'm not saying Nonsense is only playing Sephiroth because I said, Sephiroth is very strong. Because, look, Nonsense last week, was that last week? Was that 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week. Either way, Sephiroth, Nonsense as Sephiroth actually defeated my raid boss, and I think that was last week. He was the only one to do so. He used Sephiroth to do it, which kind of proved my point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was last week against Game & Watch. Yeah, either way. Nonsense has what it takes, has a good Sephiroth. I think Nonsense has a decent chance to knock off this raid boss amiibo, this Samus, but I mean, only time will tell. You gotta have the fight before you can get to the conclusion, right? Ah, no luck in repeating that success. I still got 2 more tries coming up, though. Next challenger, Jose stepping up with Zelda. So let me talk. I want to touch a little bit more on Samus's quirky AI again. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the video footage. Jose and Zelda, they're gonna put up a pretty good match here against the raid boss. So Samus's quirky AI that I kind of mentioned earlier. I mentioned something with the down air, right? Can't overly use it, otherwise she starts to kind of spam it. Well, what else is there? Well, there's a lot of amiibos, as far as I know, that they have that chargeable neutral special. Samus, Wii Fit Trainer, Robin, they all come to mind. Dark Samus as well. But they all have that chargeable neutral special. And for some reason, they will just not fire off the fully charged shot. I don't know why. There's something in the AI that doesn't... It just... I don't know. They just look at it and go, alright, we'll charge it up all the way fully. They have no problem doing that. But they will never fire it, which sucks, especially for somebody like Samus or Dark Samus, who the amiibo itself, let alone just a player playing as Samus, the amiibo is I'll put it like this: the Samus amiibo has a very difficult time getting KOs, but that charged up neutral special is a great way to get KOs. But the way that their AI works, well, it pretty much takes away one of their main, very few ways to get KOs, which is stupid. I really hope that gets fixed in like a future patch or update, like, because seriously, it's not fun when you're like, all right, charge it up, just one big neutral special that would finish it, and then it never happens. So it kind of sucks. It does. But what else? Side special. Same thing with kind of down air here. If you spam missiles, but you can only have one out at a time. But if you spam missiles, well then guess what? She's going to start spamming missiles. And that's not good for Samus either. So it's not a good play style. So when training a Samus amiibo specifically, you have to be very meticulous with what attacks you use, but more specifically, when you use them. Alright, so yeah, Samus is a tricky one to kind of train. Alright, so now, okay, I'll be honest, I'm recording this actually after this fight happened. The only reason I'm including this is because of, well, the end of the match is kind of important here. So here's the quick rundown. I'm not showing the entire match because it was like 8+ minutes and nobody needs to have an 8+ minute lag fest. We're not here to watch that. So very quickly, this game was 100% laggy. Like, it was this bad from whatever you're seeing, from the very start to the very end. So I don't want to put nobody through that. But the reason that this match is being shown is, I hate to kind of spoil this, but this was the only person to defeat the raid boss this week. I hate that I spoiled that, but it's the only reason I'm showing this little bit of clip. So yeah, nice job, Aiden. You defeated a raid boss in severe lag. I mean, that's an accomplishment. Well, if it isn't Zach, he has returned. Yeah, so, at least we're done with that leg. I don't even know if I'm going to show that last match, to be honest. That was terrible, but either way, we're back. Zach is here, so, I think it's been a couple weeks since I've seen Zach, actually, now that I think about it. He wasn't here last week, I don't I don't believe so. I lose track of who shows up for these raid bosses sometimes, but either way. I think it's been a little while since he's been here, but more importantly, I think it's been a little while since he's actually defeated any of my raid bosses. So I want to see if Zach can return to end up getting a W, which so far Samus has been doing extremely well, and I'm kind of surprised. Samus's amiibo is not that great. Zach couldn't pull off this one, but he still got a few more tries. The spirit of Ryan lives on and is well inside my arena this week. Somebody is playing as Ike, and no, it's not Ryan. Again, it does look like the player, Ryan, is not going to show up this week, but that sucks. But again, it is what it is. Like I always say, if you can make it to the arena, great. If not, no problem. Like, what am I going to do? I can't scold you. It's like, you do what you... If you can make it, perfect. If not, oh well, maybe we'll see you next week. Or maybe Ryan reached that point. I don't know. Maybe he reached that point where you're just kind of like, hey, maybe I just need a little bit of a break from the game. You know, you get burnt out a little bit. It happens to everybody. I don't know if that would ever happen to me for Smash Bros. I play this like every single day. I don't get burnt out on it. I don't know if I can. It's literally my favorite game. But either way, the spirit of Ryan is alive, so I'm rooting for this Ike to pick up a win. But he didn't quite get it. Well, good try, though. Good try. The next colorful contestant is stepping into the arena. Now we got Voro with Inkling, who may or may not be one of the final raid bosses for Season 3. Wink, wink. This is a hint, by the way, so if anyone's watching this far, you know one of the final 3 raid bosses for the season. Just letting you know. Either way, so I want to talk about Voro here. Voro, I believe, if I'm getting this correct, Voro only joined my raid boss arenas during Season 3, which I believe, you know, Season 3 started with Joker and then Hero, then King DDD. Those are like the first 3, and I think that's when Voro kind of first started coming around to these arenas. And ever since then, Voro has been a staple competitor every single week. And that, I mean, the majority of what Season 3 is all about is you guys, right? I'm making raid bosses in honor of you guys. So, Voro being here so often and playing a character that I have not made an amiibo into a raid boss of yet, well, I feel like that deserves to be rewarded. So Voro is going to definitely be an Inkling raid boss some point during the next couple weeks. You know, just gotta reward you, and of course it will be in your honor. I will name it Voro because, well, obvious reasons. But yeah, I just hope that my Inkling amiibo will turn out that as good as Voro is as a player, and actually kind of hoping that it turns out pretty good as this Samus has been so far, because like Samus has absolutely been killing it. Samus is absolutely surprising me. I don't like this is crazy how good she's doing. Oh, you might say Pit flew a little off course right there. I don't know. Okay, maybe Pit's able to, you know, Pit and Dempsey, they're able to kind of correct this flight path. Maybe they'll come back, they'll land safely in that wind column and correct course. Everything will play out smoothly, or maybe not. Oh, this evil villain, he just won't die. He just won't go away. Ganondorf just won't go away. You create an arena for raid bosses, and like Ganon players, they're like, they just sniff it out. The second you put that arena into existence, their noses, they start sniffing, and they go, there's an arena, there's a raid boss somewhere. I need to pull Ganondorf out, even though I don't really need Ganondorf. He's the easiest win button against raid boss amiibos. And this is a Samus. This is a Samus amiibo. Samus is a not good amiibo. Has very difficult time even with spirits to KO people. Why is Ganondorf here? It's like Ganon players are like sharks in the water. There's that drop of blood, right? And then they just hone in and they zoom in on that one spot. and they come into the arena. So let's be honest, Ganon's probably going to win this one. Are you serious? How did Ganon not win this? Samus is not that good. I'm honestly surprised. Seriously, how did that just happen? My Samus raid boss just played against so many quality people and only lost a single time? Excuse me? That should not have happened. That should not have happened. Beat Sephiroth. Beat a Ganondorf. Ha! I don't know how Samus did that well. Maybe it was just the training. Maybe I'm a really good Samus trainer. Samus is currently my 5th most played character, so I know the character very well. But that aside, I'm very surprised, very happy. I hope Galestorm is happy as well with how the raid boss Samus turned out. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. So it was very enjoyable. I was shocked the whole time. Every time Samus kept getting a win, I was like, really? Another one? Another one? Another one? So yeah, I got a little excited. But that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And don't worry, your sneak peek for the next raid boss, well, this one doesn't have a clue because here they come.